Greetings, welcome to a quick video on getting ready with SQLITE. So if you're following along with the course, you can go into Internet Databases, find it here, or just Google it or SQLITE.org. But again, we're going to make sure we grab the right files and then kind of show you how to use them before we get started. So this will be a fairly quick video. Again, once you're here to the download page, scroll down to the binaries for Windows, assuming you have Windows. They'll be the most straightforward. You can use them right off the shelf. And I believe there's Linux and Mac, so they should work the same way. But this is how you do it for Windows. So grab the zip file. And then I'm going to go ahead and show in folder. And then you're going to want to unzip it real quick. So go ahead and extract all. And I'm going to move it. So I'm in Documents. Now, wherever you might have it, if you're using WAMP or LAMP or whatever you might be using, I normally just take this folder and stick it in that folder so everything's there together. But for this purposes, right, I'm just going to take it into Documents, select Folder, Extract, and then I'll go back into Documents, waiting for it. All right, and then we go find it real quick. Now, one of the important things for this is it runs from here, right? So when I go to show you everything and we open this exe open, it's going to look like the command prompt. However, again, this is actually running this exe, right? So just real quick, as an example, I can open a file. I don't have any open. Test.db, and again, you don't really need to call them test.db SQL. You can call them a lot of different things depending on what you're going to do. And I'm going to show you some other things with the class on how to do this. But that's it, right? So you download it, you get it, but the key is when I run this, there it is, right? So that's what I mean by it's running right here. This is where it's running. Now, in theory, you can probably add this to your command line if you want to spend the time to do it. But just for the simplicity of getting SQLITE working and starting to run commands on it, you just need to download it, unzip it somewhere you can find it again, go there, open up SQLITE 3.exe, and then everything that you're doing is going to be there, right? Now, if I close this and open test.db, it'd be there, it opened this file. If it's not there, it creates it. But again, the point of this is all this. And eventually, depending on what you're doing, when you're done with this, and this is going to be an important thing we'll talk about again, but before we go, if you need this file once it's done, you need to, so I use 00 web hosts for most of this, or whatever web browser you're using. You need to upload that file to the actual web server in order for it to get to it. Or again, if you're using LAMP or WAMP, you need to get this file to the actual file system with that. And again, if you put this, and maybe rename it to something smaller, but you put this into your WAMP www folder, then you can just use the path navigation to find it and have all of them in here if that's what you want, and you can easily modify them there. But again, just realize if you make modifications in here and save it, it's not going to go where you need to go, especially if it's on the web. But that's it, right? So that's how you take SQLITE, you download it, unzip it, get to it, and then minor using. We'll go over all the in and outs later, but that's the issue of getting it on your system.